Hi, this is Shana Misako reporting from Alfoltamam. It's the 4th of June 2018 and it's a quarter to 1. With all the restrictions in terms of what to eat, I thought I'd make this little video of what I've been eating. I'll have to admit the food quality is much higher here in Switzerland than it is elsewhere, but these are pretty safe ingredients that you can take on a regular basis. Essentially, what I've got here is I'm going to boil some eggs. That's no problem. That's hard-boiled eggs. Then I've got potatoes. There would be different kinds of roots, like carrots, beets are very good. And then I've also got some bulbs, like the onions here. Smaller onions are better than larger onions. So in France, what they do is they generally purchase small fruits and vegetables because the nutrients are more dense. So I'm going to do some baked potatoes with some garlic and onions together, and also have some hard-boiled eggs, very good source of nutrition, protein, and then cheese. Whatever kind of cheese you've got, let's see, except for the processed orange stuff. I think it's called the American cheese, but it's really US cheese. And then butter. Butter is your friend. Okay, so I'm actually going to now prepare ghee, which is a clarified butter. I also try to cook in glass now. I will at some point try to cook with my copper pot, but for now I'm just going to make the small breakfast, as I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Just take a piece of butter, and I'm going to stick that into the dish there. That I'm trying to do is to avoid metal. Aside from using metal, is I'm cooking with wooden utensils now. So just for the video purposes, I'm going to show you how quickly it is to melt the butter. As you can see, the butter here in Switzerland, it has very little of that, it's more clarified oil, butter oil, than it is the build-up cream here. So we're fortunate to have good products here, and this would explain why, I'm going to turn the heat off there, why the Swiss have longevity, endurance, and just their whole system here is set up to support the Swiss. And like I've said before, I do believe that the Swiss have better genetic makeup than the general population outside of Switzerland who don't have the Swiss genes. Okay, so that's already melted. And what I would do with that, just let's keep moving you, is I would add some cream to that. So this is a full cream. Just going to pour some in there. Good. That's 30 grams of fat in there, so very rich. And this right here, it's so yummy, so yummy. What I'm going to do with this is you can add this to milk. So basically when you have milk, cow's milk, it'd be great to have a milk that doesn't have any of the growth hormone. And I'll put a link in the video description, and you just add the cream, full cream, or just look for the cream, the dairy product with the most fat, no homogenization, no... it's possible to find something that's not pasteurized, and add it with, for those who are under 25, make it a stick of butter. And for those older, over 25, who are Fat is good, actually. You can add that to your drinks. So I'm going to take a pause here and add this to my my life water. That's what I add to my life water. Now my my drink of the clarified butter, which is the ghee, combined with the cream and my life's water, or as a substitute you can use milk, unhomogenized. That pretty much lasts me until 4 or 5 o'clock. Okay, so next what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be boiling some eggs. The eggs, and again, to do that in a glass dish, heat-resistant glass dish. Oops, that's actually from stirring my cream. Oops, I hope I didn't crack that one. I gotta add some more water just to submerge the eggs in there. I'm gonna have some cheese, whatever kind of cheese you've got. I try to look for the goat cheese. Goat or sheep cheese is ideal because generally they're not fed the growth hormone like the way the cows are. And then I also get a cheddar cheese. This is a cheese from the UK, and it has not been pasteurized, so that's why I get this this cheese. It's an extra mature cheddar cheese. So I am also going to be, of course, adding some butter, and then I'll be putting together with it some garlic, and this will be the second part. It'll be a meal that I'm going to create. Some garlic and onions mixed together. We'll have hard-boiled eggs, and when that's done, when it comes to a full boil, really it's you can't go wrong with cooking an egg. You can overcook it, and with the potatoes, it's just to see if the knife goes through easy. Okay, that's not quite there yet. Yeah, potatoes, onions, and garlic. I'm going to mix them together with some herbs, estrogen blocking herbs. And then I'm going to put them in the oven to heat them. This is just for the purposes of those who happen to have a copper pot. You can cook your potatoes, boil your eggs and potatoes, or make a soup in the copper pot. Make sure that there isn't any, that it's not an alloy. Even though the outside of the copper pot has been lacquered, to maintain its decorative shine, the inside has not been lacquered, so it's a clean product that's inside. So in the glass dish, we're going to butter the dish, the heat-resistant dish that we're going to put into the oven, and this is what's going to have the potatoes and the garlic and not fully boiled. Okay, they're not boiled through, but that's okay because I'm going to take them out of the pot and I'm going to bring them over to the cutting board. Have as many eggs as you'd like. I just need the one for a meal, a little piece of cheddar cheese and a pat of butter, and I've already buttered the baking dish with the quartered onions and garlic. Put some seasonings on there. I don't need a lot of potatoes, and these are fair size anyway. So I would normally have just the one potato, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them here. The potatoes, they're semi-cooked, and I've got some onions that have been quartered, as well as some garlic. So we've got a good source of starches to help fill you, sulfur in the garlic and the onions to help clear the intestinal tract, as well as getting the herbs. Use the estrogen blocking herbs. So I'm going to put the rest of the and then I'm going to stick this into the oven 10 minutes at about 150 degrees.